Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, Friday nights, the Watchers live, ready to rock and roll with another really fun show for you guys, Coriander's with me. And we've got JT from Sense to Artwork. Hey. Oh, that's cute, bro.
Nice.
And
like that?
Of course,
Yeah.
we have the queen. She has stopped handling the business at the Bates Motel. And she's here with us tonight, ready to rock and roll.
She's in the
I
jungle
love the
tonight.
plant.
Yeah, it's
The
like she's in the
battery
jungle.
died. I had to put it back on the wall.
Welcome to the jungle.
It happened during the stream last week, right?
Yeah, they just letter by letter, which just all went down. But
Oh,
there's
really?
plant.
I like it. I like your plant.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey guys, we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna be talking about some, or maybe even all, of our biggest horror letdowns of all time. And this should be really fun. Just to say hey to you guys in the chat, a blanket hello to everyone. We're not going to be able to get to everyone, but we will try. We got Paula is in the chat. What's up, Paula? We got Val. We got Jack.
Hey.
We've got Super Tenor. What's up? Let's see, who else do we have? We have the Bearded Entertainment, the mayor himself.
Hey,
Nice.
buddy.
Hey.
Good to see. He's getting that. He's getting that Jason hockey mask ready for me. I love it. I love it. No, I'm just
Awesome.
messing with you, Eric. I'm just
Oh, I was like, nice, man.
He's all right. Ben, what's up? Good to see you as well. Yeah, you know, Eric keeps sending me these shots of his Jason mask. I'm like, bro, come on, man, it looks awesome. Send it to me. You know. Real quick, we got Ginger Ninja, my man Ginger Ninja. Seriously, shout out to Ginger Ninja. If you guys have not subscribed to Ginger Ninja, please do it now. Val or Sarah, if you guys are able to, please put his link to his channel in the live chat. He is absolutely amazing, so supportive, not only of the Nightwatch Zone, but so many other channels, creators, and communities all over. And he's a really cool guy, man. He really is. Good friend. What's up? Jennifer's in the house. All right.
Hey, nice.
Hey.
Hey,
Jennifer.
girl.
Jennifer, I hope you're doing okay. She had an earthquake situation, man. So I hope you're
Oh
doing
my
all right.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
we
Yeah, I
got
hope everybody's okay.
yeah, right. Dice, what's up? Good to see you as well.
Hey.
All right. Gina's in the house. Gina, and I want to say to Gina,
Yes.
thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. And Gina's been sneaky a couple times, man, like gifting memberships before the streams start. And sometimes
Nice.
I may not even catch it because we don't get any notification, but I just kind of came upon it. So Gina, thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. Super Tenor coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man, saying, hey, the Deep House, been thinking about it all day. So have we.
Yeah.
So have we. Oh my God, it was crazy. Fun times. If you guys did not see the Deep House watch party from our good friend Steven on Craven, Something Scary, please check it out. That was a really fun watch. And if you haven't seen that movie, check it out. Seriously. Check out that replay. And it's good to have you here, Ben. And look at this, man. Look at this guy. Coming in, throwing in
Nice.
a big 5. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Sneaky. It's Friday. It's time to get
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
Because I'm not late this time. I'm actually waking here, folks.
Oh, jeez. Well, look, it's really cool of you, man. We appreciate it, and we're going to do a clip for you, and also we got a couple of super chats we're going to get to in a second. But we got 2 boys that was gifted the membership, so Eric's back in the fold.
Nice.
Ramona, Sherry, Creepin, and I think I'm missing some. Oh, Dice as well. Dice, all right. Very cool. JT, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate that. You know, you didn't have to do that, but very
Yeah.
kind of you.
But I
Seriously.
like doing it because I like being sneaky. But now,
Yes, you
you know,
do.
people get notifications, you get caught. So it's like it was nice before that the update because it's like
Yeah, right.
especially with Steven's like you're almost this close and he catches it. Or Val's like, JT gifted you some memberships. Like,
Right. Thank you so much, man. Though seriously, very kind of you. Very kind of you. And we got Jack coming in with a super chat, $10 super chat. All right, Jack. Thank you so much. Saying night, may I join? Jack, I would love to say yes, but we've got our panel set for this particular show, man. I really appreciate the offer, though. But thank you for being here, and definitely let us know what you're thinking in the live chat as we're going through this, because we really wanted to get a conversation with you guys in the live chat. So definitely hang out with us and stick around, because I think we're going to get some good ones. So real quick, let me play a clip or two for you guys that have done the super chat clips. You know, sometimes when you want to be laser focused, guys, you just keep your eyes on the prize and nothing else in this world matters, right? And this is what might happen when you do that.
Heavy.
and the runner just doesn't even stop.
Did you see Sarah's jaw drop?
I haven't seen that one yet. I love that.
You mama make me happy.
Happy.
Little
Hey,
kids
look.
always getting in the way. I'm not ashamed to say I've watched a compilation of little children getting hit by swings.
Oh my God.
They
Yeah.
never get hurt, but it's so funny.
It is funny, man. Hey, they got to learn one way or another.
Yeah.
That's one of those like, see, told you, you little shit. Get over here.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Ginger Ninja Man, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome, man. Thank you for all that you do. And we got his link in the live chat. Please click it. It takes 2 seconds, guys. Give my man a subscription. You will not be disappointed. He's really, really awesome. And Jennifer's doing okay. Normal living
Good.
in Alaska. All right.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Paul is in the house hanging out. And thank you again, Gina. It was very kind of you. And Jennifer
Yeah.
also coming in. Jennifer says, hold my beer. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Seriously. $10 super chat. Saying, happy Friday. So happy to hang out and talk some movie talk with my favorite people. Well, thank you so
Yeah,
much. Seriously,
nice.
Jennifer. And we're just glad you're doing okay. Here's one I think that you'll appreciate. I think you've said you liked it before. So let's do this one for you.
That cat's racist as hell. I heard something completely different, and it wasn't a spell. But yeah, it's a spell. Let's just go. Let's just stay with that one. Racist ass cat.
Wow.
I wonder if
Nathaniel,
that
what's
cat's
up?
name is Gary Barber. Just throwing that out there.
Jeez, God, man.
What? Just talking out loud?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, sweet. That was that's my favorite one. Awesome. You guys are all right.
I never had a cat that did that. It was always like they never talked, you know. Never talked.
I've never had one that did that either, man. And so when I saw that, and Coriander saw that, and I was just kind of like, what the heck is going on? It just sounds really, it's cute, but it sounds kind of weird too. You know what I mean?
Well, imagine you're walking down like a dark alley in about New York, about 3 in the morning, all the lights are out, and you just hear, what the hell is that?
Right.
My money.
Right. Exactly. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh my God. All right. So guys, we're going to be talking about our biggest letdowns in horror, and we're going to see what you guys think about it in the chat as well. So let's start this thing off. Sarah, I know that you are super prepared for this. You told me, like, well, wasn't it the day that we figured we were going to do this? Like, you were prepped.
Yeah. Like when you told me what the topic was, 10 minutes
Yeah.
later, I was like, I got my list. I got my alternates. Let's do this. I can't wait for Friday.
I was like, wow, she is not playing around at all.
It's because nobody ever talks about this, because we kind of live in a society now where people are so protective over the things that they love. that they'll
Yeah.
take any kind of criticism as
Mm-hmm.
hate. So nobody wants to talk
Oh.
about anything negative, but it's like we're allowed to not like movies. Like it's
It's
okay
true.
to talk about
Yeah.
what you would
Hopefully I don't
change or
gain a
what you
couple
were-
haters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me also say this. Well, I guess that's a good point. Now, we're doing this for absolute fun, just
Mhm.
like we have on every other episode.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee there's probably going to be stuff that maybe some of us would be like, oh, well, that's not big on my list or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine. So there's no, there'll be none of that stuff. We're just having fun with it. So,
Might get
all
a
right.
Really? That's interesting.
I mean, we can
You know
have,
what I mean?
we can have fun like that as far
Yeah.
as like, wait a minute, what, but
You're
I mean, I think ultimately,
Ha! That is not a bad.
I mean, fucking JT, man. No,
Yeah, you're
man,
good
but I
at.
mean, I think we can have a little bit of fun with it, but I mean, it's all good. It's all good, man. All right. So you guys in the chat, start throwing some out that you guys have as some big letdowns. And again, it could be from any time period, any horror movie. And we'll try to get to as many of those as we can as well. And Gina, thank you guys, all of you guys that are helping to support Ginger Ninja. We really appreciate that. Nathaniel, Gina, very, very cool. What's up, Life? Good to see you. All right. Eric, good Lord. All right. So, Sarah, we're going to start with you, and then we're going to go to JT, and then Coriander, and then I'll throw one out and see what we get. So, Sarah, what's your first pick for a big horror letdown, and why?
Right. So number 5 is the remake of Flatliners from 2017.
Ooh, that is so funny. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. Now, what's your story up behind that?
Yeah, I loved the original. It was something like I grew up watching with my parents, and it was like a star-studded cast. It was scary, but it was also kind of fun. I loved like the sci-fi aspect. In the remake, they went for they tried to make it too serious and too dark, and it just didn't work.
Yes. Wow. Oh my gosh. And the original, I loved the original, man. What a cast that was.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I remember
We were
correctly,
supposed to have 5.
well, we can go through 3 to 5. It's okay if you don't have
Okay,
5.
because shit, all I have is
Yeah.
3.
I'm sure some of mine will be repeated, so I can just cut them
Yeah.
out.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
And
Damn.
what's up to Jamie? Good to see you in the chat, Jamie. Hope you're doing well. All right. But yeah, I remember the original so much, and I did see the remake, and I was just like, what? Oh my gosh. It just,
Yeah.
and it had a pretty good cast too, man. If I remember correctly, I only saw it
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
It could have worked, and it just didn't.
Yeah. All right. Very, very cool. Eric's coming in with Exorcist Believer. I knew it would get in there at one point. I knew it. Ginger Ninja as well. Exorcist Believer ends Scream 5. They had good parts in them, but overall letdowns. Okay. All right. Eric, he's like, Scream 6. Wow. Ben coming in. Whoa. Wow. Robert Eggers' The Witch was a big letdown upon first viewing. I've seen it 2 more times and have concluded that. Oh, wow. Really? Now, let me ask this, because we also want to get different opinions on this. Real quick, have you guys, and I know, Coriander, you have you guys seen The Witch? And if so, what were your thoughts on The Witch?
Mm-mm.
I
Nope,
haven't
haven't
seen it.
seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
What are your thoughts on it, Coriander?
I didn't mind that movie.
Mhm.
It may have been slow at a couple points, but I
Mhm.
didn't mind it.
Okay. Yeah, I actually enjoyed that movie. It was like a period piece. It was very creepy. One thing that it I think is undeniable is it had really creepy atmosphere, man. And maybe that's because it took place back in the settlers' time, but it was really creepy, man.
What the hell was that goat's name again? Fred? No, what was it?
Oh my god, now you're asking me. Yeah, I can't remember.
It was something.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, he was creepy too, man. He was really creepy. Dice is coming in with Ghost Ship. Wow.
I love that movie, Dice.
You do? All right, now hold on. Now obviously, JT, we're gonna get to you in a second. But Sarah, let's back up because Ghost Ship is definitely a movie that I've heard many people talk about that they either had issues with or they were disappointed in, or if it, it's just one of those types of branded movies. What's your connection to the movie? Why did you enjoy it so much?
I was younger when it came out. I was 13 then. And it was just something that my friends and I rented, and we would just watch over and over. It was just like a really fun watch. Like, there are definitely problems with it when you pick it apart, but like, Juliana Margulies, Carl Urban, like, it's a good cast. It was a fun movie, and I don't know, the opening is like perfect. That opening scene on the deck, I love it.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, the opening scene is great. I do, and I haven't seen it in a long time either. But yeah, that opening scene is really good. Super Tenor says a great opening scene. That's it. There you go. Nathaniel said I liked The Witch. Very good atmosphere and mood. All right. Black Phillip, that's who it was. Dice put it in there. Black Phillip was the GOAT. That's right.
Yeah, it was.
Can't believe I couldn't even remember that. That's crazy. Now Ginger Ninja says Ghost Ship is awesome. Great double feature with 13 ghosts. Well, there you go. All right. Very cool. Nathaniel, he says pretty much all of M. Night's films after Signs was a letdown to me. Oh man. Okay, so JT, let's go to you. What's your first letdown that you're gonna throw into the arena?
My first letdown, it's when you think in horror movies, it's more of like the community on this one. I really don't know how to put it in words. I'm trying to get on the top of my head what I'm gonna say. Yeah, what he right there. Yeah, Big Trouble in China doesn't get any love.
What?
Yeah, no, that's not my pick.
Look at Sarah rolled her eyes so hard. She was just like, I'm about to get off of this damn panel.
Here we go again.
So if we're going to do 5, I'm going to throw this one in the 5th one. Is the remake of Child's Play. It was just stupid. I did not like it.
Okay.
I didn't like the look of Chucky. I didn't like the sound of Chucky. And I like Mark Hamill, but yeah, no, they should have just scoffed on that one. I was so happy with Child's Play because it didn't get remade, and then it did remade. I give it a chance. Mark Hamill, Joker, Luke. Nope. Just like, no, it's like, no. So that was a big letdown because I'm like, maybe they do something cool. And I like the technology, Now it's just like, nope, I'm not feeling it. Drop the ball. Sorry, boys.
Wow. Sorry, boys. All right. Wait, did you see the Child's Play remake, Coriander or Sarah?
I
saw it.
Yeah.
It was
What'd
fine.
you think of it? It was fine. They didn't need to do it though, did they?
No,
they didn't. They didn't. She's like, no.
Sorry, Chuck. I know you hardly get any love, but you ain't getting love today.
Right. It's true enough.
Wow.
Jamie is not a fan of The Descent. Wow. Okay, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think? Did you? I mean, I'll start off. I enjoyed The Descent. Matter of fact, that was when we did our top horror movies of the decades. I think that was in my top 2. I can't remember, but put it this way: I've seen that movie so many times, and it used to be a staple, like every Halloween, to watch it because I think it's really good, man. Like, seriously, what do you guys think of The Descent?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I gotta watch it again. Yeah. It's like I think I watched it once with my wife, and I'm pretty sure I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, I need to make it do a watch party and rewatch it because it's been a minute.
Same. I also really like it, and I think the sequel is really, really good as well.
Yeah, put it this way, the sequel to me isn't as good as the original, but I do think I put it this way, I was really shocked. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking to myself, well, now I know what's going on, what to expect. Why are they gonna go back down there? When I heard that they were doing a sequel and all of that, I'm thinking, well, how is that gonna make any damn sense? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why go back there, and how can they keep my attention? And they actually did. So I gotta admit, the sequel was all right as well. Yeah, not too bad at all. All right, Coriander, let's do this, girl. What do you got for your first one you're throwing out into the arena?
Okay, so I have Carrie to the Rage.
Wow.
Okay.
That movie sucked.
Yeah.
The look of her when she was all wigged out was terrible. I didn't really care for like any of the people that were in it. It was just a real letdown of a movie.
Oh man. Wow. And now, is that did the fact that you love the original so much have anything to do with it?
No, because
okay,
I figured with this, they weren't trying to recreate this movie.
That's
right. You know what I mean? So I just didn't really care what they did with it, Yeah. Like I said, I didn't like how she got those stupid black little viney things on her.
Yeah, like a tattoo or whatever. Like a tattoo. Yeah, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. I just didn't care for it, man.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my next one. So the ones that I listed, I was trying to get a collection of things that were, maybe near and dear to my heart, and also ones that were just totally like, I'm going in trying to, enjoy something, and maybe it pissed me off or whatever. Okay. Now I know if there's certain people that are watching this, they're gonna be like, what? This is an example of a movie. I think it may not be the first time, but it's the most recent time where I started to watch a movie and did not finish it. I shut the fucking thing off, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? Okay, so my first one I'm throwing out into the ring is Skinnamarink. Did you know I was going to say that?
I didn't watch
that
because you all said that. You all said it was so bad. I remember when you first said that. I'm like, I ain't watching that movie then. Man. And I haven't.
You turned it off. I knew exactly what it was.
Listen, Coriander, that was the one that had all the. It was just like the corner, and you could hear some voices, and we watched
that movie we didn't even finish, man.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, man. We watched. It was less than 15 minutes.
That was the dumbest freaking movie, man.
I couldn't believe it. Now, here's the thing. I want to say this, and for you guys in the chat, let us know what you think. But there are a couple of people that I know that said they really liked it, that it was really good. And not only that, but it did get a lot of good buzz, from different outlets and stuff. And I'm just like, when? And I'm not going to lie, man. I was so tempted, like Coriander was like, nah, we got to shut this shit off, man. I was like, okay. But I was so tempted to try to hang in there to see what the big deal about it was. Was it worth it? You know what I mean? But
was it? Did you check it out?
No. No. Brandon said Skinnamarink was interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't see what they were trying to do.
Me neither, man. I want to look at a corner. And just, it was, it's like.
Not only that, it was stupid. Ginger Ninja has not seen it either, and it gave Jamie
don't waste your time.
Headache. Wow, she said I loathed it. Wow. All right. Well, but here's the thing. Here's why it was so frustrating, because it was so much buzz about it, right? And a couple people, a couple of our close friends in the community said, hey, it's good, or this or that. And I'm like, I wanted to see something that was different, and something that would, you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I mean. Like, I get excited when there's a new movie that comes out and I don't know much about it, or maybe don't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? And man, we couldn't even get past 15 minutes. It was crazy. And it was the
Was
same
it even that
thing.
long? I don't even think it was that long.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Dice is saying I'm neutral on Skinnamarink. I can see a bit of both sides. Well, Dice, can you, without spoiling it, if there is anything to spoil,
you gotta spoil it, man.
When does it get good? I mean, when is it? Because bro,
the credits.
Listen.
Yeah,
for you guys that haven't seen it, they were showing like a corner of the house. Like they would show parts of the house, but it was always like instead of showing like a wall, like behind me, this is my wall, right? If the movie showed a wall and there's something there, you know, and even if you just had voices and you don't see the people, well, that's one thing. But instead of showing the wall, they'd show like the bottom corner of it, like where there's, you know what I'm saying? It was so weird. I just want to know what was the thing. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, you could tell I'm all hyped up about it. I was pissed off because I was so wanting to watch it. Ben's coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you so much. Saying, hey guys, as per usual, a fun discussion after the broadcast. Should I revisit The Black Coat's Daughter or Whiplash? Ooh. Man, you could go either way. I think it depends on the type of mood you're in. The Black Coat's Daughter is good. Whiplash is too. Of course, Whiplash isn't horror, but unless I'm thinking of the wrong Whiplash. I think it might depend on your mood, man. Do you guys have any suggestion either way?
Well, if you get in a car wreck, you know, of course you want Whiplash, but I'd probably go Black Coat's Daughter, maybe. Is the hell of getting a car wreck? That sucks. I've never been in one, but I can just, I watch a lot of movies. It seems like they suck, especially with Ryan Gosling's Driver. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
Oh, I liked it. I'm just like, that's how I really know what Whiplash really sucks, because like car wrecks, like a lot of people don't like that film. I did. I want a movie that you can hardly talk into and get paid millions of dollars. That's something. And just carry a hammer and a bullet.
Hey,
wow.
Life's bullshit sometimes. You know, they didn't tell me about this in school. Like, you know, you can carry a hammer and a bullet and just don't say nothing and get paid millions of dollars. Really? Yeah, then you're kidding. I'm out. Nope.
There you go. What about you, Sarah? Have you seen either of these two movies?
I haven't seen The Black Coat's Daughter. Have seen Whiplash. I like Whiplash.
Yeah. Who was in it? That was wasn't it Miles
Teller?
Yes.
And J.K. Simmons.
Yes. Both fantastic actors. Love them. That was a good one. Ben, thank you so much for the super chat. We really, really appreciate you so much, man. And let's do a clip for you. Here we go.
Oh no, I ain't messing with you.
Oh, fuck! Oh, you!
All right. Thank you so much, Ben. Brian is saying Skinnamarink sucked. All right.
I always say, when I hear that, I always think of the song Skinnamarink.
Right? By Sharon Lois and
I heard a totally different version. Yeah. And I don't think I can sing it. So
no,
I'd
you
get
probably
in trouble.
Can't. Jeez. Super Tenor is saying, better watch out. Ticked me off. They had no reason to treat her like that. Oh, well, hey, man, I got to admit, that was an example of something that definitely did frustrate me as well. But it was like, you know, it carried the plot through, man. I really enjoyed that movie. Jamie saying Skinnamarink is an hour and 40 minutes of nothing but light, shadows, and feet through windows. Movie maker grain filter. Okay.
Oh, so Quentin Tarantino directed this? Had some feet. Well, then I might check it out.
I just want to know.
If you have a foot fetish, you might enjoy it, but
I just want to know when it got good, man. You know what I'm saying?
It probably never did. It probably never did.
Well,
doesn't sound it.
Dice is saying good would highly depend on what you're into horror-wise. There's a scene involving someone facing away that's pretty good. One jump scare that kind of got me, but that's about it. Wow.
But one person facing the other way, that sounds like a totally different kind of movie, but
doesn't it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like OnlyFans kind of like territory.
Oh, geez.
But you throw some feet in there, nah, I'm still not sold.
God. Ben saying it's psychologically horrifying night. That's what and that's what I heard. Like one of my good friends was saying that he really dug it, and he said it's a psychological thing, man. But I'm saying, man, 15 minutes in, and there was, listen, I am not, Coriander, you can back me up on this. There was nothing that was grabbing me at all as far as the attention or making any sense. Now, I don't know, man. Maybe I had to hang in for another 10 minutes or something, but I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't.
They had to grab you unless you like it's horror or paranormal. Then you got to wait a little bit because it's eventually going to pick up. But if it's not really a paranormal film, you have to. I'm the same way. You have to grab me. You have to grab me within 15, 20 minutes, or I'm not dedicated. I'm like I'm out. I'm bouncing. That's
right. Absolutely, yeah, true enough. And Val, thank you for reminding people if you've been gifted a membership and you would like to continue the membership, that you have to set your settings, hit the auto renewal button, and we hope that you choose to do so and hang out with us, stay with us. And you're welcome for the clip, Ben. Thank you so much as well. We appreciate you, man. Eric says, "Don't you disrespect Tarantino like that?"
I'm just saying, if it has a lot of feet in it, my wife hates feet. You need to check this out.
You should have seen Eric on our Evil Dead Rise watch party, man. It was just funny, man. He was just pointing out stuff that I never really thought about. All right. So let's go to our next couple that we're going to throw up there. So far, we got the Flatliners remake, Child's Play remake, Carrie to the Rage, and Skinnamarink. So Sarah, what's your next one that you've got?
So my next one, we would consider it horror adjacent, and that is why I didn't like it. And it's the Cloverfield Paradox.
Ooh, oh my God, that's so funny you said that.
We strayed so far from like the original. I love Cloverfield. It's my favorite found footage movie ever. Like, I like it more than the Blair Witch. Like, I love it. The second one, we're still in horror territory. Not as good. What the hell was the third one? Like,
wow, yeah.
It let me down so hard. It was just like, we strayed so far from what it was, and it was such a letdown.
Wow. Okay. Wow. And that's pretty cool that the original was such one that you love so much. It was really, really good. But I agree. This one was I don't even think I got I think I saw bits and pieces of it, not because I wanted to shut it off or didn't like it, but I was just doing some other stuff. But it did not grab my attention whatsoever. And plus it was just like you said, it was just so far removed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, even with the second, you got the connection. This one, literally, we're in outer space.
Yeah. And not the good kind either.
No.
The second one was great because that was a good example of taking a franchise and pivoting the mythology a little bit, but in a way that worked, because you really wanted to know if John Goodman was crazy or if he was right or what. And I think he was fantastic in it. And of course, I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That whole movie, it was gripping. But, now I know some people maybe weren't as big on it because it was a lot different than Cloverfield. I actually enjoyed that because it was different, but it worked. So, but this thing was crazy. Oh my God. What's up, DJ? DJ's in the chat. What time does this start on Fridays? 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yes. Good to have you. And good to see you too, Paula. Very cool to have you here. Danielle's in the chat. What's up, Danielle? Saying, I heard Cloverfield Paradox was never actually made for the Cloverfield universe, but was an existing movie with adjusted and edited to fit that universe. I might have heard that too, because I remember when it came out, and me and my brother Killian, we talk about, movies that we see or movies that interest us in franchises, because he loves Cloverfield as well. And I don't know if he had said he had heard that or something like that, but it would not surprise me. Put it that way. That would not surprise me.
If you don't make something for your franchise, don't need to put anything else in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree. And we got Quentin in the chat. What's going on, Quentin? Good to see you. All right. DJ said I didn't get the notification for the 30-minute countdown. Really? Oh, man, that's too bad. Well, at least you're here. At least you're here. That's all that counts. Okay, so JT, let's go to you next.
So my next one is so let down because the title's what got me.
Oh gosh.
And I watched it and I was pissed because it's like this had nothing. The movie's called It Comes Out at Night.
Oh, bro.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So you know, it's one of those. It's about my echo on. My bad. So you know, my wife's like, "Let's watch it," and I figure like it was like a slasher, maybe something, you know, and it completely wasn't. It's like it was about a disease, and it was like, I mean, it made me mad. I'm like, the title had me. It's like, okay, this it has to be some alien, something, and then it's about a stupid disease. So that's going to be my number 4. I was completely let down for that movie. That's why you just don't listen to the titles, folks. This is the one tip I give you. It has a cool title. Don't just watch it because it's a cool title. You know, because I'm the guy that's like, I don't really watch trailers because they usually give so much away.
Yes.
So my wife's like, let's watch it. I was like, good title, let's do it. And at the end, I'm like, what? This is... And at the end, you're like, this is stupid. Yeah. Why am I watching it? But you're already, it's like, hell, I'm here. It's like 40 minutes in. It's like, hell, I'm here. I'm going to finish. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like, that's like, it comes out at night. If you like that psychological horror, you might like this. But
yeah. I totally agree with you. Because when I watched it, I think I watched it with my brother. I can't remember, but I didn't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't bother me as much, but I did feel like within the story that they did show that it could have really really gone there a bit. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't.
Like, could the son be like a serial killer and he's going crazy? Something? No. No. It's a disease that people catch and they burn the bodies. Yeah. Spoiler alert. You watch it, but it's like, I mean, people might like it. I just thought it was going to be something else, and it just let me down.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Have you guys seen that movie, Coriander? I know you haven't because we've talked about this one before, I think. Have you seen it, Sarah?
I started watching it and got bored and turned it off.
See? That was movie night with the wife, so I couldn't walk away with this one.
Yeah, because I didn't see a trailer. I knew nothing about it. I assumed creature and...
Yep.
Not.
Oh, man.
At the end of it, you'll be like... That was stupid. I'm never going to get that time by it. But the wife picked it, so I couldn't say that. I'm like, yeah, that's...
Now, what did she think of it? Did you say what she thought of it?
My wife, she hated it.
Okay.
But, but she doesn't pick bad movies. And see, I can say this because she don't watch these streams. So, or mine. So I can, I can't say like, well, that movie sucked. No, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, she's like, yeah, that was stupid. Same thing for her because she picked it because of the title.
Right.
And it was just like, we was thinking creature, zombie, alien, something. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Just some disease that came out of somewhere that they tell you where it comes from. It's like, just here it is.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I hate those movies.
Too bad.
When they don't explain where the origin or whatever.
Yeah. I agree. And like you said, the title of it, it's like, oh man, that's crazy.
It was a good marketing name. I'll tell you that because it got me.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Ginger Ninja saying they did try to shoehorn it into the Cloverfield universe. He said, but I didn't mind it. All right. There you go. Michael says Halloween 4. What?
All right, hang on. I gotta redo
that. What is going on? Danielle saying Jaws 3D.
See what she did there? That was a flick to the penis.
Quentin saying Night of the Demons remake. Oh, there you go. Oh man, I knew someone would throw that in there. Yeah. Let's see. I want to catch up to you guys a little bit. Sometimes they come back 3. There was a 3?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's one of those, like, if you're just like, you know what? If there's 3, let's watch them all. Don't. Yes.
Right.
It's like, just leave the first one. But hey, those was horror movies back, in the 80s. They make money. They're going to keep making them.
That's right. And Anthony says the Poltergeist remake. Yeah.
Actually, well, that's weird because I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, I don't mind that one as compared to some of the other remakes.
Yeah.
We'll put it this way. I mean, I don't think it was bad.
I
don't
think it's better than the original.
But
I don't think that, but
yep.
That's when the kick what I hate remakes. I was cussing. They need to stop making remakes, and I watched that and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, that really wasn't that bad. I kind of liked it.
There you go. DJ said all of the Children of the Corn sequels. There you go.
All 84 of them. I don't know how many there is, and they remade it, so it's like.
Oh, here's a good one. Ginger Ninja said the Netflix Texas Chainsaw reboot. Now, I actually didn't hate that.
No, they revealed too much in the trailer. They revealed way too much in the trailer. That's, I think, what ruined it for a lot of people.
Yeah, they did reveal way too much. They shouldn't have shown the bus scene for sure.
That's it.
Exactly. That was an actual chainsaw massacre.
Yeah,
it's like the first time we had a chainsaw massacre, but I didn't hate it. I really, really didn't.
And that's why I don't like watching trailers, man. It's like when I saw that bus, I'm like, and I don't mind the bus, but when they showed that he was getting on it, I went,
yeah, because
that was that jaw-dropping moment, like, oh my God, he's going to destroy everybody. Well, it's coming now, so.
Right. What did you girls think of the TCM reboot or remake? Or well, actually, it wasn't. It was actually a sequel to the original.
It was a sequel. Yep.
I didn't mind it.
You didn't? Okay. All right. What about you, Coriander?
That's the one with the one that we just saw, right?
Yeah.
There was some good scenes in that movie that I enjoyed. That ending with that chick, right? That stupid ending where she was chainsawed and like thrown, and then she was walking again. No, I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was it's kind of disappointing, So it had some good things and bad things.
They treated Sally dirty. They really did.
Yeah,
they did, man.
I think should have been a better fight.
Yeah, well, and put it this way, like, even if they were gonna, first of all, I don't even know why you really bring her back if you're going to kill her.
Yeah,
especially because Marilyn Burns has been passed away for a while. So it's like, why even bring her back? You can allude to it. You can talk about that incident back then.
But they could have made her daughter. Like, she had a daughter.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay,
right.
My mom went crazy because of this dude.
Exactly.
I'm going after him.
I would have liked that more. But here's the thing, like the ending, some people, they were kind of on the fence about that scene when she confronts Leatherface in that bedroom and saying, you don't remember me and stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of just walked away. I didn't have an issue with that because that's kind of like a gut punch, bro. It's like he does not care about you, bro.
Yeah.
That was just a Tuesday night back in the 70s when he did that to you and your family. But to me, it's like, if you're gonna bring that character back, and the actress that portrayed her, she's been in a couple things I've enjoyed. She's a good actress. And it started out kind of cool with her as like a ranger, and she had a couple of cool scenes like when she was investigating the van wreck. Yeah, well, kind of, yeah.
In a way.
But when she faced off against Leatherface, and he just basically threw the saw through her and then threw her in the pile of trash, it's like, bro, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have rather her did a sacrifice save to the girls. I think that would have been a better way if you were going to kill her, but I don't think they should have killed her if they were bringing that character back.
As our dear friend Steven always says, they threw her in the trash.
Yeah, he does say that.
In the bedroom scene, when she's like, you don't even remember me, he walks away. That reminded me of Halloween 2018, because Michael did the same thing with Laurie. He's seen her in the mirror, and he's like, yeah, I'm whatever. He just leaves and walks away. So that's like a slap to Laurie's face. It's like, I don't even care about you anymore.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it too is that with the trilogy, especially, starting in 2018, she is totally obsessed with him, and we realize that he's not obsessed with her. Again, he's doing his own thing. So in other words, I guess what I'm saying is, like, in 2018, or the trilogy in general, I think they portrayed that plot point a lot better than what TCM did, because, like, yeah, Leatherface walked away, and that would have been fine if, you know, she helped the girls, you know, defeat him or save the girls or whatever. But fighting him, and she was all pissed off, which I get, that was fine, but she was all pissed off, and like 2 seconds later he's got the saw through her and throws her on the trash. It's like, bro, that's a horrible way for an iconic character. That's Sally Hardesty. She's like one of the OG Final Girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do that. Plus, with Marilyn Burns no longer being with us, I think that was kind of, it was kind of ridiculous. We got Julie. Julie's in the chat. What's up, Julie? Saying, hey, everyone. Oh, my God. Please tell me I didn't miss the Coriander and Knight Skinnamarink story.
Sorry, girl. You did.
Oh, you got to check out the replay. We'll touch back on it, I'm sure. We'll touch back on it, I'm sure, Julie. But, Julie, did you see Skinnamarink? And let us know what you thought about it. Val said, yes, you did. That's too funny. Oh, my God. All right. And what's up? Michael's in the chat, too. What's up? Good to see you. That's too funny. Coriander, how about you? What are you going to throw out here?
All right. So, okay. I was so excited about this movie. And I was so disappointed how, you know, it turned out. And I'm talking about Freddy versus Jason.
Wow. Really?
The way, man, the way that Jason, which we've talked about before, was betrayed is such bullshit. I mean, Freddy was okay. I enjoyed what they did with Freddy, you know, but just how they betrayed Jason just totally ruined that whole movie. They dumbed him up, and it just irritated me because I'm such a Jason lover that it was like disrespectful. No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Freddy did whip that ass. I mean, it's just that's how I say this. This is how I say it. To make it like, what if you go by boxing rules? Jason lost badly. You know, so that's why I always say is like they watered him down for Freddy, and I'm a Freddy guy. And it seems like they watered the Jason down just for Freddy. And I'm thinking, you know what?
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not a real battle.
No.
And everybody was waiting for Freddy versus Jason. And it was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Right.
So.
Well, you know, and I will say, because we've talked about it, and, you know, I do agree. That's one of the things I said when we did our deep dive discussion on Freddy versus Jason, that I think that they really they did Jason dirty, because even though they made him kind of more of the sympathetic one, which, you know, is whatever. I mean, the overall story was fine. It was, you know, it's difficult to marry those two mythologies. I'm surprised it worked as well as it did. But number one, you didn't have Kane come back. That first of all, that was the big mistake for me.
That was,
you know,
same.
Right.
Ken Kersinger.
Ken Kersinger.
Yeah, his stunt
who was a stunt double.
It was a stunt double. Yeah, he was in part 8 when he throws him in the mirror.
Yeah, that's at the diner. When Jason goes into that diner and that tall dude behind the counter, that's Ken Kersinger. And no disrespect to Ken, because he just did what he was told to do. But, you know, Ronnie Yu, he blamed the studio for not bringing Kane back, and the studio, and Sean Cunningham kind of said, well, no, that was Ronnie's decision. And it's kind of like, bro, just be honest, own up to your mistake, because, you know, they figured that they wanted Jason's look to be different, you know, a little bit taller, although Ken is only like maybe 2 inches taller than Kane, right?
Maybe,
And so they wanted someone that was taller, and they literally said they wanted him to be more Frankenstein-like. You know, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what it came down to. And I'm thinking, are you serious? That's what made Kane so amazing, is that physical presence that he brought to Jason Voorhees. So that was the first mistake. And like Coriander said, the story skewed so heavily to Freddy. I just think it was out of balance.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna state this out here. So I got to change my number one because that right here, that was my all-time number one.
Oh,
okay.
Hated.
No, I'm
sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine.
That's okay.
Missed opportunity because you know what? There's supposed to have been a sequel to that, and if we got Kane, we would have got that sequel. It made more money. That was my biggest letdown because I was like, I'm finally, because Kane's my Jason, even though the others was great. And even Sean Cunningham said he's Jason, and you went with Ken. And he wanted Frankenstein, and he wanted the David and Goliath. The David and Goliath story was still there with Kane's Jason.
Yes.
Have you not seen him as Jason? Part 7, Part 8. I mean, he threw Ken in a mirror. I mean, that's you want that Jason, and then the underdog's Freddy. No, they wanted him like the big dog, which made, and I'm a Freddy guy, made no sense.
Not at all.
So missed opportunity.
The fans could not understand it. I know I couldn't at the time. So
I think that's why we didn't get a sequel. Honestly, the fans felt like it was a gut punch. We wanted Kane and Freddy.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Or Robert.
And now we're never gonna get that.
We'll never get
ever.
it.
I know, and that's the thing
sucks.
that pisses me off, man. It does, man. Well, hey, real quick. We have got a knock at the door, and you guys know what that means. Always some great surprises and fun. And we are going to bring in our good buddy. You guys know him. You guys love him. Our good friend, Steven from Craven, Something Scary. What's up, buddy?
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Man, better late than never, hopefully, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Good to have you here.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. We've been doing a little ranting, that's for sure.
I was going to say, is that not a loaded question or not, or what, right?
Yeah. It's been fun, man. It's been fun, man. It really, really has. Well, look, let's do this. I'm going to give my next one. And Steven, you might actually get a kick out of this because we've started our list. Let me just bring up our list so you guys can see it. And plus, anyone who's coming into the chat. And by the way, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It helps to support us, and we'd appreciate it. But so far, we've got the Flatliners remake, Child's Play remake, Carrie 2: The Rage, Skinnamarink, The Cloverfield Paradox. It comes out at night. And Freddy versus Jason. I mean, like when that one came out, like, wow. So my next one that I wanted to throw out there, this was a movie that we did as a watch party. And it was a movie I think that we were all interested in seeing. And that's why we generally do these watch parties, and had some really cool people in the cast, especially one particular person who to me is a horror icon. And man, I think it's one of the few watch parties where you could just tell we were just not digging it whatsoever. And we've talked about it before afterwards, but I had to put this on my list. So my next candidate for Big Horror Letdown is They Them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. I forgot about, that movie. I have blocked that movie so far out of my brain, I never even thought of it. That's how bad it is.
It was, and listen, here's the thing. And hey, what's up to Lamar? Lamar's in the chat too. What's up, man?
Hey.
Good to see you.
Hey.
The thing about it was it had promise.
Yeah.
It had promise. Like I always say, and I'm just speaking for myself, but if you're having something that's taking place in the woods and there's a fairly decent story around the killings and so forth, I'm already on board. But they kind of screwed that up. They screwed up the kills, the characters, the reveal. It was just like, what are you guys doing? And even Kevin Bacon couldn't save this thing. And he actually wasn't bad in the movie, but they definitely didn't use his talents. And I was just so irritated. Steven, we were on the watch panel together.
Yes.
And you could just tell we were so frustrated. Frustrated. Oh my gosh. So that's
that movie made me, that's the one movie that made me sound like a tugboat. It was shit.
Oh my gosh.
I watched that one with my wife, and she was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And she likes Kevin Bacon. I was like, and you said it perfectly. Night, he couldn't save this one.
He was
Not
like,
even with dancing. He couldn't.
Dancing.
I know.
He's a glorified cameo in this movie, and that's like it's like I hate to use a football term, guys. I don't want to lose anybody, but it would be like paying Tom Brady $100 million to come back to your team for one season, and then you run the ball 80% of your offensive plays.
Yes.
Just let him hand it off. Just hand it off. Hand it off.
Right.
It'd be a travesty of utilization.
That's right. Absolutely. And real quick, Julie says, but I don't think I'd watch Skinnamarink unless it's a watch party with coriander. There you go. Yeah, she was not happy that night.
I don't know, man.
Gosh. We could
I don't know if I could do it.
We couldn't. Yeah. Steven, did you try to see Skinnamarink?
I've never tried because I've heard all the feedback.
Oh, man.
Did you try to watch it? Not did you watch it. Did you try to see that movie?
I know. And that's why I did.
I didn't even realize I said it like that, Sarah.
Yes. That's why I said, you know what? I'm not going to.
You know
There's
what?
so many other movies that I would.
Did you attempt a viewing?
I never say that about movies. I just say watch it, or I'll watch it, or I watched it and maybe didn't like it. Couldn't even get through this damn thing, man. It's like, what's going on? Dice says play them.
Party.
Do a watch party. Oh my
a Friday matinee. Our next picks. I might have that as my pick.
Are you serious?
Wow.
You pick it?
Nobody do it. He's like, I will not be there for it. It's like, because I haven't seen it, and I think it's just gonna be funny because I think we just be murking on it the whole time. This is stupid. Why are we watching it? Because JT's an idiot. That's why.
Hey, look, Eric says. You gotta love this. He's keeping track. If you go by regular rules, Jason walked out of that lake with Freddy's decapitated head. So who's the real winner?
Freddy, because he winked. Because Freddy winked. But here's the thing: Jason basically had help with the girl because she distracted Freddy. So what's that tell you?
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. And we got Val putting JT's link in the chat. Thank you so much, Val. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to Sinister Artworks or to Craven Something Scary, make sure you guys do. The links to their channels are also in the description, and you can get them there as well. All right. Very, very cool. Okay, now, Steven, yeah, absolutely. Now, we gotta catch up with you, man. So how about we do this? Would you be able to give us 2 of your picks, if you do have 2, and we'll put those on to catch you up? Okay,
of course. Yeah. All right, do you want me to kind of go in order, or just doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I figured. Although for me, there's one clear number 1, which I will save that one for last.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so and this may be a duplicate here. Let me see. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So no particular order here. It's going to be the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh, there it is. I knew sooner or later.
Yeah, because
all right,
the movies I've picked here, I really thought about it because I wanted it to be kind of like what Sarah had mentioned in our thread the other day, like movies that I go into hoping for something really good and being thoroughly disappointed. So it's kind of like it's like we can all pick bad movies. There's so many bad movies.
Right.
But when you go in saying, oh, okay, I expect this to be, I'm hoping this to be, you know what I'm saying, really good. And anyway. So it's got to be Nightmare. No Robert Englund. The look of Freddy was totally off. I'm sorry, I just couldn't get into the look.
Yeah.
The unnecessary expanded backstory was completely not needed. And again, look, guys, Wes Craven wrote this character. This is Wes's character. It's his story. And I just don't believe you go and retcon something and you change what Wes Craven intended. And Wes Craven intended it to be a child. I'm not going to say the word.
Yeah.
It was a young person eliminator.
Right.
That was it. right? In the first Nightmare. And they go back and try to add that as an additional piece, and you guys know what it is. So I'm like, no, unacceptable. So I was thoroughly disappointed, and it's no. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade on the filmmakers or anybody else, because I know they all sought out to make a good movie. But I'm sorry, it's a terrible movie, and it's in my opinion only, and that's why we still don't have a new Nightmare. We're still waiting 13 years later, 14 years now.
I know, man. Like, it totally decimated the whole franchise, bro. It's like, what the hell's going on?
It was like in your own backyard.
So check this out. That was my number 2. Went the wrong direction.
That's great.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's just what you said was correct. If they made him innocent, I was all bored. I was hoping they was going that direction in that film. I'm like, yes, if you're going to change it, make it like he's innocent. Makes sense. And they dropped the ball, and that was the one. You figured that'd be my number 1. It wasn't. I walked out when they made him they made him. I walked out of the theater. I'm like, yep, I'm done. Then I watched it in a red box. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I walked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah,
man,
crazy stuff, man. That's
one of them. And then my second one I'll give you now is not on the list. So I'm happy about that as well. It is, and maybe my expectations were maybe I was hoping for too much. It was the remake of Firestarter in 2022.
Wow.
Such a letdown.
My wife said the same thing.
Yeah, so underwhelming. It was so underwhelming, and I won't go on and on about it, but the story was flat, the pacing was rough. I honestly didn't really care about any of the characters in the movie, which was, if you don't really like the characters, that's not good.
Right.
Invested emotion. All I gotta say is, Jerry, cover your ears in there if you're over there. That scene with the cat, I'm sorry. That broke the camel's back for me. If you guys remember the scene when she's, working on her, testing her stuff out, I just didn't like it at all. Huge letdown for me. So, those are my first 2.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Man.
Yeah, and Firestarter, I gotta admit, that was really, really rough. And I have a really nostalgic connection to the original. I watched that with my brother and my cousins so many times as a little kid. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Drew Barrymore, Tangerine Dream. The soundtrack was amazing. And George C. Scott was just amazing, at least to me, just a villainous turn in that original. So I agree with that. That's a really, yeah. And you guys know how I feel about Nightmare Remake. I've talked about that one a lot. Real quick, too, in the chat, we got Jeff coming in saying hello. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey.
When you look at the poster of Nightmare Remake, when his head's down, that kind of tells you how the movie's going to be. Even Freddy's like, you're not going to like this. It's like, this is going to be a letdown.
You're going to walk out.
It's going on me till now. I'm like, wait a minute. He has his head down. It's like, yeah, he knew it sucked.
He did. Dice is saying the only thing I was happy about with they them was the representation, like seeing another non-binary person on screen, but that is about it. Yeah, I thought, and I think when we did the watch party, Steven, I think we were both saying that we thought that was a really cool idea as far as the setup of the story, but then it just seemed like they just didn't do anything interesting enough with the characters. There was this one scene, and I can't remember it too well, but they were going into the woods. It was at night, so it was a little bit of creepy atmosphere, and like nothing happened.
Nothing.
It was like, bro, you can't take advantage of that stuff. What's up, man? So yeah, I mean,
weak kills, and it was kind of like, and I'm trying to remember how Killjoy Jake described it, and I've always thought he was on point, and he said something like, it's like they wanted to have this slasher movie, but they were afraid to actually execute the kills on anybody.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Remember that? It was something like that. It's like they set it up, but they didn't have the guts to follow through with it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So
and it's like, well, what's going on here? I mean, you've got a really good setup. You're in the woods.
Yeah,
you're in the woods, dude.
You're in the woods with a killer, and you don't know what's happening. I mean, it's we've seen that formula a million times before. But
with Kevin Bacon.
It's so boring. Yeah, with Kevin, of course, with the bacon.
Hello,
you know what I mean?
He's at home, and you just completely dropped the ball, you sons of bitches.
Poor Kevin.
I think Jamie said earlier, if the bacon can't save it, nothing can.
Yeah,
it's so true, man.
So
he's
true.
an icon, bro.
Yeah, man.
Ben knows what's up, saying George C. Scott. That's right. The Changeling is my favorite paranormal horror flick. The Changeling is amazing. Definitely a fantastic film that needs to be talked about more, no doubt.
That should be a Friday matinee movie, dude.
Dude, you're right. I didn't even think of that. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm
He's
gonna throw that in there.
He's gonna write it down.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm writing that down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's head back through our list. Stephen, I'm gonna move you up since you just gave yours.
There we go.
Sarah, I'm going to keep you there, Sarah, just so we can kind of keep a little bit of our order.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Sarah, what's the next? Let's do one more. Let's do at least one more when we can name some honorable mentions.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm good now. We can go all the way.
Well, we'll see. Well, let's see how far we get.
So should I say my number one now, just in case? Then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's go for it. Let's throw out all the guns.
Okay,
I've been waiting to hear this.
My number one biggest letdown of all time was Scream 2022.
Yeah. There it is.
There's some out there right now that
came out.
Sorry, sir. Go ahead. I
just said this as soon as I watched it. I was like, "This is the end of the franchise. Like it's the beginning of the end." Like, I waited over a decade, and you're gonna like kill my favorite character, give away the killers in the trailer, have Sydney and Gale in it for 10 minutes, and just have like factual mistakes in its lore. Like I waited 10 minutes and you like destroyed the thing that I love the most about the movies.
Wow.
I will never forgive it. I don't own 5. I don't own 6. Like to me, like the franchise died after 4.
Wow.
Like I'm still mad about it.
I can tell your whole demeanor is different right now. I'm like, wow.
the picture of Gary Barber.
Dude, seriously.
I don't want to take her off anymore.
I couldn't watch the original 4 for a long time because like 5 actually ruined it for me.
Wow.
I had to like purge it from my headcanon to retain any joy from watching the first 4 because now I live in a world where like Dewey's dead. And like that I think was the worst move they could have ever made, was killing either Gale, Sid, or Dewey. They should have remained untouchable. And I know that some people say that doesn't give a movie stakes, but you can kill other people. There's other people that we loved. Like I think they screwed the whole franchise with 5.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what, Sarah? Here's a thought.
I agree.
Yeah, I have a lot of people. I mean, it's my least favorite sequel by far.
Yeah, mine too.
But I'll tell you this: you may have to. You know what? You may have to treat it the way I have to treat certain movies. Like when it comes to the zombie Halloweens, I retcon them in my mind. So, like, there's no resurrection. H2O ends. Michael's dead.
Oh yeah, resurrection doesn't exist. I didn't even put it on my list because I pretend that it doesn't exist.
Me too. I mean, because you know what? One thing you don't want to lose is your love for the Wes Craven masterpieces of the first 4 movies, because they're so wonderful films.
Yeah,
I would have rather we didn't get another one after 4 than what we have now. Like, look where we are now.
Yeah,
it's crazy right now. It really is crazy. Now, what did just as a quick question, what did 6 do for you in terms of all that frustration with 5?
The mistreatment of Gale Weathers' character arc is unforgivable.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed the little Easter eggs with like the shrine, but like after 5, I lost like the love for the franchise. Like, I didn't even really care about 6.
Wow. All right.
I will say this, especially because it was the same writers. Why did they do that with Gale? Gale said in 5, I'm not writing about these effers. They're going to live in anonymity. I'm going to write about a guy who was a sheriff here once.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Right.
No, it doesn't. In the next movie, like, people try to make the argument that, like, oh, Dewey was the one that, like, kept her sane and calmed her down. But, like, you think his death would have affected her in a way that she wouldn't have just reverted to her old self. Like, it makes no sense.
Right. Well, what was even worse is in 6, they actually talk about that. You know, I think it was Tara that said, you know, you said you would never write a book, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so that makes it even worse, is that you guys know that it was a stupid thing. And to me, I don't even want to start ranting about it, but you know, I love Courtney Cox. Coriander, I know you're a huge Courtney Cox fan, and I'm a big Gale fan, you know, especially from the Craven movies. And I just think that by having her do that in 6, it's kind of like you just put her in this corner. It's like, well, where can she go? You know what I'm saying? Like,
she should have died in 5. I'm sorry. It should have been her instead of Dewey.
That's what I said.
And I would have been fine.
Sense. Dewey being in New York.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of, you know, finish off. Like, he knew about the ghost face, you know, this little cult. He knows about it. He's working with, what's her face? Kirby. Yeah, he's working with her, you know, because he lost Gale. He feels like it's his fault because he stayed in Woodsboro. That would make more sense than she really not caring about Dewey. To me, it felt like she didn't care about Dewey. She moved on with a new guy, and you know,
killing Gale would have been like killing Randy. It would have sucked, but we would have gotten over it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, and the thing of it is too is that if you had done that. And just based upon what we saw in 5, and of course, it's no shade to Courtney Cox because, you know, I still am a big fan of hers. And if they write it correctly, I think she could have been great in 5. But we saw a really good performance from David in 5.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a new angle to Dewey, which I thought was so good. And that's part of the reason why I was even more ticked off that they killed him, because it was like, you know, you've made him grizzled and downtrodden and a little bit more serious and a little bit more, you know, just whatever.
It was like he was scared to come back, but he knew he had to. He knew he had to.
And if Gale had died, I think that would have been a great arc for him. And then in 6, like you were just saying, JT, I think it would have been really cool for him to work with Kirby, and that I think would have given Hayden some good stuff to work off, because she didn't really work off of anybody because they sidelined Gale for whatever reason. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But Kirby didn't really have anyone to work off of. I mean, she had some scenes with Bailey and whatever, but of course, you gotta separate, obviously the killer and all this type of stuff. So I don't know, man. It was a really weird decision. I hated the way it was executed. I think it was a horrible decision for the characters as well. And yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting.
Imagine Kirby and Dewey in 6.
I know
that would have been cool.
Oh man,
or just kicking around ideas like strategizing, trying to figure out, and it would have been
so cool because when they're in that museum, he could see Stu's shirt and he can have a flashback of Billy and Stu. You could throw that in there. Like it'd been cool to see flashbacks if they're looking at like the knife. Kirby looked at a knife and flashback. She was getting stabbed by it. That would have been cool. They didn't do that. But Gale just sees a picture of Dewey. She goes, "Oh, Dewey." It's like, no. It's like it wasn't really respectful. It's like, do you really miss him? Do you? Because you moved pretty quickly from after So yeah, it's like, when you think about it now, there's a lot of issues.
Wow, very crazy.
When Dewey's theme played in 6, when Sam and Gale were having that conversation.
Yeah.
I was just angry. It didn't evoke any kind of like sadness or nostalgia or like Easter egg effect. Like it just made me mad.
Yeah, like how dare you play that?
Yep.
How do you do that? Yeah,
that's Steven's ringtone on my phone is the Dewey theme. So that's how I know he calls or texts it to him.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's awesome, man. I didn't know that.
Danielle saying Scream 5 was Courtney Cox and Nev passing the torch to a new generation. But some fans want them back, yet get upset when they do come back and someone gets killed.
Dewey could have lived and Gale didn't need to be in 6 if that was the case. How are they going to like pass the torch and then keep bringing Gale back? Or they could have had their happy endings and passed the torch, and that's what makes me mad.
I think at the end of the day, and I agree with how you were talking about your frustration about it, Sarah, because I just agree that at the end of the day it was just poor execution. Again, you can have one of the OG3 die, but it should have been Gale. And you remember, Steven, we were talking about that for so long, man, and we were putting on bets and this and that, and I made a bunch of videos myself about it. I really thought it was going to be Gale, and I thought that the trailer was misleading us on purpose, because you could have been someone that lived on the moon, and if you saw that trailer, you would have known exactly that they were trying to say that Dewey was going to die. And I'm thinking, I was thinking, no way are they going to show that in that trailer. They wouldn't be that dumb. Yeah, they were.
They did it.
And look where we're at now, folks.
They showed us Richie. They showed us Amber getting burned.
Yes, they did.
They showed us the entire thing. They laid it out.
They did. They did,
like,
man.
They showed us the house. Think of how the reveal would have been if they didn't show us the house.
That's right. I would have loved to have seen that.
I can't talk about it anymore because it actually makes me mad.
Yeah, my wife hates that one because she loves Dewey. Dewey's her favorite. My wife, Dewey, it was her favorite, and she don't care. She watched the 6th one, but she didn't care. She got sad when she saw the picture of Dewey. She got more upset than Gale was.
Yeah. Well, Coriander, you hated that too with Dewey dying because he's one of your favorites. It's like we were in the theater, man, and we were reacting to it, man. I couldn't believe it,
dude.
I
couldn't believe it.
Bawling in the theater.
It's like, even though I knew in my heart it was going to happen, when you see it happen, it's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
It is.
I shook my head and I was like, "What?"
You know what I thought of, and the weird thing is, guys, and here I am trying to get emotional now. I know some people might get silly, but it's tough. It is what it is. I love this franchise and these characters, and I was thinking when it was happening, like in that scene, whenever it's happening, and the whole gutting, and I was a whirlwind of emotion, and I literally had tears come down my eyes. But you know what? It was the moment that I realized, like, it really hit me that I'm never seeing Dewey again for after 20-something years.
25 years with
this is it. He's gone. And I thought about Wes Craven. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. I thought of Wes. I remembered all the stories, all the behind the scenes with David.
Yep.
The love they shared as a family. Oh gosh, guys, it killed me. It
really affected David Arquette, man. When we saw him at the convention, Coriander, you remember when we were talking to him at the convention, and one of the fans, and there was this young daughter with the fan too, talked about, we didn't want to see you die in 5, and this and that. You could literally see it on his face. He said, "Oh, that's very nice of you." You could just literally see it on his face that it was something that affected him too, and it's like, sad, man.
Well, Nev even called out the writers about it. Nev even said, she said, "Look, I normally don't ever do this, but that was a bad decision. It was
a stupid decision."
Not only that, but how they had to react to it was really bad. That's what really pissed me off, and that's what really made me hate that movie even more.
Yeah.
So
the way they did it too, like, it wasn't even him making a sacrifice for Gale. It was some people that he had met 5 goddamn minutes ago.
Doesn't even know that.
Distracted by a ringtone, like the disrespect.
I honestly did think, because we had talked so much about it on the collective leading up to 5, and all of you guys were on board. Well, not on board, but you guys were thinking it was going to be Dewey. I was the only one that didn't. But I was saying to myself, if it is, it's got to be him saving Gale.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right? I know that's cliche and it's a trope and all that, but I'm just saying, man, like if he's gonna die,
that's his
woman.
woman.
I'm saying that
exactly.
Yeah,
it's his girl.
He's got to do it to save her. And again, I didn't want to see him die, and if I had to make the decision, he wouldn't have. But if he had to, and he did it saving Gale, it would have kind of wrapped up their semi-reconciliation that they were having in the beginning of 5 when they were, first face to face. Like it would have made sense. It would have made that have better weight too. But it's like, anyways, man, I'm gonna stop.
Well, it's either Gale or Sydney because they had that brother-sister relationship.
True.
But what makes it worse is when Tara's like, "Well, I didn't know him that well," and that's what really pissed me
Sam.
off. I'm like, Sam, not Tara, Sam.
You know him that well.
I'm like,
died for you, idiot.
Right?
Oh man! Don't get me started on Sam and 5.
Yeah.
I know. Emotion to save her life in that movie.
I know. Well, you know who could save a life? That's Super Tenor coming in with a super chat because helping to lower my blood pressure because I'm ranting so much here. He says,
move on.
Character assassination, The Last Jedi. I'm still mad. Yeah, that was. Listen, man, I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, and when you take one of the greatest protagonists of all time in Luke Skywalker, and you do that to him. I don't even know what to say. And don't get me wrong, and I know a lot of people have issues or hate with Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is a good director, but that was some horrible decisions, in my opinion, that he made with The Last Jedi to subvert expectations and all that stuff, man. So, But thank you so much for the super chat, Super Tenor. We appreciate it, and I definitely agree. Last Jedi. Woo.
So you could say he's Dewey 2.0.
There you go. Right? Oh my gosh. I just couldn't believe it, man.
I'm glad I got that off my chest, everyone.
I'm glad you did too, man. That was a good call, Sarah. Good call. All right, let's go. JT, let's go to your final pick.
All right, y'all ready? This is actually my third pick, but it's my final pick. And here you go. That's all I'm going to say right there.
There it is.
There it is.
Michael Myers versus Busta, One Sideburn Rhymes. What the shit?
Yeah.
Talk about disrespectful. I mean, I got mad at Halloween Ends when, Corey pushed Michael, but a dude who just first gets stabbed by Michael in the shoulder, watches Kung Fu, Rob Chun-Li, and now he just whoops the hell out of Michael. I think that is the most disrespect for that character. And that's it should be my number one, but it's not. But that's the first one that came to mind. It's like, Resurrection. Nobody really likes it. Some people might. And I was enjoying it because of the streaming. It was ahead of its time. Everybody's really starting to stream. And then they just, that end just killed it. Like, it was good here, different. You're seeing Michael in a different view than we usually do. Now everybody can see it and they think it's a big joke.
That's right.
And then he gets beat by Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Trick or treat, mother, shut your mouth.
And he's still the guys. What he's like, Michael's a great shark in this community. He's still a line that a guy died. The curly hair in the audition. I'm like, this dude's like, I'm now my blood pressure's about to go up. I'm just Resurrection. You can pick one and just suck it because hell with it. There you go.
This is also what you can say about it.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah,
there it is.
But I'm hearing nothing. How's that even a look?
I know,
when I was in school, somebody would say, that you look stupid. But no, it's like it's cool.
You missed a spot.
Yeah, it's like you missed shaving, but no, you can beat up Michael Myers. What the hell? Eminem's gonna beat up Freddy next. Watch. He's gonna come out of his mom's closet and beat the hell out of Freddy. You're gonna have 50 Cent rolling up beating Jason in the club, because it's Shawty's birthday. It's just gonna get worse now.
I love it, man. Hey, real quick too, we got Scott's in the chat. What's up, Scott? Good to have you here, man. Glad you made it. All right. And for everyone else that's jumping into the chat, definitely a warm welcome. Glad you guys are here. And also, if you have not hit the like button, please do. It helps to support us, and we'd appreciate it. And Scott was saying, happy Friday. All right. Happy Friday to you as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very cool. Scott said Resurrection is not even a part of the franchise. It made no sense, had no reason but to be a cheap cash grab. The last Halloween in the sister trilogy is H2O. There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. There
Agreed.
you go. All right. So we got Resurrection out there. I knew at some point it would come up. So Coriander, what do we have as your last pick?
All right. So this movie is so friggin' disappointing. I mean, I was so excited to go see it. I think a lot of people were. And yeah, that's the Blair Witch Project. Worst movie ever.
It's not the worst movie ever.
It is, dude. The characters, dude, can I talk about it, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Wow. Okay.
Ahead. Well, of all people,
so the characters. Hey, look.
Go ahead,
dude. Okay. So the characters, their acting was terrible. They overreacted for like all this movie. All it really was what? People, they dropped the camera. You had that nose where it was just full of snot, right? And you had spooky twigs hanging around everywhere. Yeah. And it was just boring and so lame. And I hated it. I was so mad I spent my money and went to the theater to see this movie because it was shit.
All right. There we go.
Wow.
All right. Hey,
a lot of passion on the panel tonight. I love it.
I know. Real quick, too, Jeff is coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, Jeff. We appreciate that. $10 super chat, by the way. Thank you, man. Saying the last good slasher movie I saw recently was Thanksgiving, and I think we need more movies like that. It reminds me of the 90s and the 80s slashers. We need more of that. I agree. I really did enjoy Thanksgiving a lot. And I'm sure you, and I know Steven did, Coriander did. Did you guys enjoy it too?
Oh,
Sarah?
Yeah. It was good.
Okay. All right. And JT, did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, it was my number one until I saw X, Saw 10.
Okay.
They came, but they're like, like a horse race. They're back and forth. So
I'm with you, JT.
All right. Yeah, no, I really did enjoy it. So, all right. So Jeff, let's do a clip for you. And sometimes when you are such a big fan of a movie, it makes you want to just break out into a dance. And sometimes this is how it might happen.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Yes.
Oh no. That guy pops up everywhere. Oh.
I can't look at that without laughing, man.
Oh man.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. We really appreciate you, man. Oh my God. Okay. Let's keep on rocking and rolling. Did anyone else on the panel also either see Blair Witch or have issues with it, or did you enjoy it, or what were you guys' thoughts too? I know I didn't ask that.
The only thing that creeped me out was at the end when he was facing the corner. I remember.
Yes.
And I know he made a lot of money, but that's what made, Paranormal Activity and looked with me. So it wasn't the greatest. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but look what it created. It gave you that, documentary, lost footage kind of scene.
Yes.
It gave you snots. It gave you the best scene in Saturday Night Live when they were making fun of that part.
I think if you have a photo getting lost in the woods, I think that's where probably what it would hit a lot of people but how would you get lost though? With them, you figure you're going in there, you would have a compass, you would follow the stars or some shit. North Star, something. Not just I'm relying on a map, So it's
Well, not
like,
only that, it's like look at all the shit they had, right, for their cameras, and it's like you couldn't get a guide or something, especially in a place where you don't know, and you're going to look for this witch. It's like, it's just,
look. Well, now let's be honest, Coriander. There's not a lot of people aren't the most intelligent out there that do these type of things. Let's be honest, right? And
still though,
but I hear you.
Do your research, damn it.
Yeah. Here's all I'm going to say about Blair Witch. I'll throw my 2 cents in because I went there with my good buddy Michael, Carbonite Jedi. You guys all know Carbonite.
Yep.
And we were together in the theaters opening night. And this was back in the infancy of the consumer internet. This is 1997, 98.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked at the Blair Witch website, and it was so well made. It looked so real with the police photos and all this background information. And so we were convinced going into this movie.
That it was real.
It was real.
Yeah.
And let me just say
based
something.
on a true story. Didn't it originally say
it did.
Their marketing was brilliant. The marketing was designed to try to make you believe these were real people. They found their footage and we're going to present it to the public because they're missing.
Yeah. Right.
And I will tell you something.
That was the only thing that was brilliant, right?
It was brilliant. Michael and I both believed going into that movie, it was real.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we watched that movie, it literally affected us. In fact, everyone in the theater, I've never seen this before since then, where when the movie was done and the credits start to roll or whatever, everyone stands up to leave and no one's talking. It's silent, like you can hear a pin drop. Everyone's walking almost like single file, very somber. It was creepy. I felt like I was in a funeral march. And I'm serious.
Wow. I believe you, but
Mike was like the same way. Mike's like,
well, there were a lot of people that were fooled, man. So
oh my gosh!
Yeah,
if you saw if you saw it under the eyes like that, it adds another level of whole another level to it, right? And so for me, that movie will always resonate because of that. Yeah, they got me, and and they did their job, and look what they did. It fooled me, and so hey, my hats off to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, real quick too, in the chat, Val is working hard, putting the link in. We are going to be having our next members watch party on Sunday. It's going to be the Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I believe, which won the spin. And Val, I think that was your suggestion, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the one that won. And woo!
That's Skeet Ulrich's favorite scary movie.
Oh, it is.
You know that?
That's
right.
That's
Skeet Ulrich. That's the one.
Right. It is
terrified him.
And it's great acting, I will say. It really is great acting. Tom Wilkinson, who recently just passed away, he was great in it. Laura Linney, Jennifer Carpenter. It's actually really good acting, and it's not. It's different than you may think. It was a different type of movie than what I thought it was going to be, but I absolutely enjoyed it. I really, really did.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that on Monday night. So thank you so much for putting that up, and also our Sunday night. And she also put up our Monday night link as well. So thank you so much, Val. We appreciate all the help. It really is awesome. She said, yes, it was my suggestion. Yes. It was really, really cool. Scott saying, I don't do demon possession movies, but enjoy. Scott, I tell you, it's a different type of movie. That's all I got to say. This is not The Exorcist. So I'll just put that out there without spoiling it.
But I'll consider it, Night. I'll consider it then, because you know me and these kind of movies.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I mean,
we'll talk
like
about
with
it.
Like with The Conjuring, well, like I said, it's different than you may think if you've never seen it, So, all right, let's keep rocking and rolling here. So, Steven, we'll go to you next. What would your last example be that you want to throw it on the list?
All right, guys, buckle up, buttercups, because here is a movie that I went to opening night, and I was like, okay, they're gonna make this thing work. This is gonna be really interesting. And oh boy, interesting is it turned out to have a whole different meaning. Because when I walked out of the movie, and I made myself stay to the end, and when I left there, I said, "This is literally the biggest pile of cow manure."
Wow,
that I have seen, and this thing was, oh boy. All right, you know what? Let me just tell you the movie so that you guys will understand. It's another remake, and I guess the moral of the story is don't get your hopes up for remakes, folks, because I have been disappointed over and over again. And this is 1998, and it's Vince Vaughn shot for shot.
Wow. That is so funny you said that. Okay.
Bro.
That was an honorable mention on mine.
Oh man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look, I won't spend a lot of time on this one because I don't have the passion for it like I do with Scream or something else. But I will just say that Vince Vaughn, as much as I respect him, I love his movies for the most part. He was awesome and freaky with Landon's movie. I love it.
Yeah.
He's no Anthony Perkins, guys. I'm so sorry. That's hollowed sacred slasher ground.
Yeah.
You don't. And to do a shot for shot, not even like an interpretation or inspiration.
That's so weird.
Yeah. It's like saying, "Hey, Alfred, yeah, Mr. Hitchcock, I'm going to shoot your movie, and I'm going to do it even better than you, shot for shot. Watch what I'm going to do."
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that's what the guy thought. I don't know, but that's what it felt like when I was watching it. And all I was thinking was, okay, this is not Alfred Hitchcock. That's not Anthony Perkins. This is a travesty. And I walked out of that theater. I've never watched it again, ever. And I never will. Horrible. Talking about disappointment. That is pinnacle of disappointment.
Yeah. No, I didn't understand why they made that choice as well to go shot for shot. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know. And you will hear something else crazy. That movie had a $60 million budget in 1998.
Yes, that's right.
No, I'm serious. It's a $60 million budget. It's virtually a one location shot.
Yes.
And you know how much money that sucker made? It only made $37 million in the box office. It was a complete flop, as it should have been.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I saw it once, and I was like, "Yeah, this is nope."
That's it. That's my number one of all time. It's Psycho remake. I can't do it.
Yep. I hear you. And we got Jeff saying, it was bad. The Omen remake was shot by shot. It's the same movie, just as bad.
Wow.
I
never saw it.
I didn't hate the Omen remake, and I'm just trying to, but I haven't seen it in a while. I don't think it's better than the original, but I can't remember it. I don't remember it being shot for shot though. Did any of you guys see that remake? Did you see that?
I never saw the remake.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Coriander, did you see the remake of The Omen? I know you're a big fan of the original.
Yes. Yeah.
What did you think of the remake?
It was okay. What was it, like Julia Stiles or something? Wasn't she in that?
Yeah, and it was Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, it was all right. But yeah, I'm a huge fan, obviously, of the original. Yeah, but I can't remember if it was like scene for scene. I don't know. I do remember them in the house when they first buy it. But yeah, maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it was. So yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me throw out my final one. And again, I had a couple of honorable mentions, and Psycho was one of them, because I was like, man, I just cannot understand why they did that. But anyways, that's not my number one, and this should come as no surprise to anyone that has followed this channel long enough. This movie, I actually went to go see it in the theater, and I will never ever forget the level of confusion and frustration and then absolute dread as far as what the hell were they doing to my most beloved franchise, and that is Jason Goes to Hell.
Night,
You knew.
that's my honorable mention.
You knew.
Yeah.
What
You
a
knew
movie.
There was no way that I was gonna listen. Listen. This movie, and I ranted enough about it, in many, many different times, but I love the franchise so much, and I actually had a chance to go see this in the theater. This was back when I was in the city, and there were only 2 other people in that theater. That should have told me something right then and there, right? And I'm watching the movie, and let me just preface it, because I know my good buddy Eric from Hey Internet Eric here, this is one of his favorites. And don't get me wrong, I've hated it less over the years for different reasons, because as a slasher film, it has some good things in it. Practical effects, some good kills, some good actors, great character, and the Duke is great in it.
That's the only thing good in it. Is the the Duke. I mean,
he's the best. He's the best. But as a Friday the 13th movie, bro, what is going on, man? You have got magic daggers. You've got Evil Dead's Necronomicon in there. It's like, what the hell is happening? What are you guys doing? Like, they were changing so much stuff, and I know they wanted to do something different, and Sean Cunningham tasked Adam to do something different and get the hockey mask off of Jason and all this type of stuff. They ripped off The Hidden, okay? And I'm gonna die on that hill, because The Hidden is a great sci-fi fantasy movie from back in the day as well. But they took a lot of that and put it to a Friday 13th movie. It just didn't work as a Friday 13th movie to me. Kane Hodder is in that movie for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're not counting security guard.
Yeah, not counting security guard, Kane Hodder. And like I said, man, it was just some weird ass. It was just weird. I don't even.
It was stupid. I'll say it with you. It was stupid.
It was.
That's my Jason Goes to Hell is a Halloween Resurrection. Some people like it. I get it, but no. Nope. The only thing I hope is when they come up with the show, we get a young Creighton Duke, because when he goes, "You remember me?" What's going on there? It's like, did they encounter each other once before? So I hope the show answers that a little bit.
Right.
They probably won't.
Yes. And look, Danielle was like, I thought it was going to be Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm going to say this. Hobo Myers is still a really big letdown. Yeah. There's no reason you have Michael Myers look like that. It's like, come on. You don't do that to Michael Audrey Myers. You don't do that. Okay. So look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do something a little bit different, guys, because obviously we got a list here. And by the way, we got Blucka in the chat. What's up, Blucka? Good to see you.
Hey, Blucka.
We got WCW in the chat. Ben says, thanks for the tip on The Hidden Night. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, The Hidden is really good. The Hidden. Stop it, Danielle. Hobo Myers is not awesome. You got to stop.
Oh,
you know the truth. Come on now.
Get on his white horse and ride,
dude. Hey, listen, guys, and it's not to plug anything, but I did, and I really enjoyed this video. I basically did a history of the evolution of Michael, the evolution of Halloween, and I went through the whole franchise. So if you like hearing thoughts about the franchise and about Michael from 78 all the way to ends, I think you'll enjoy that video. I just put it out the other day, and I had some fun in moments, because there's some fun in the franchise. So if you like to hear me rant about some stuff, listen. And Coriander, we were watching this part on the big screen TV in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, when Michael Myers lifts up the car with Laurie Strode in it. I'm like, what is this? Is this Lou Ferrigno in The Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
What is going on? He's a man. In Rob Zombie's movies, he's a man, right? We saw him as a kid. There's no curse, no cult things going on. I'm like, what? He lifted that car like it was nothing. It's like, come on, you know you can't do that. Stop it.
I mean, even though it's like a Geo Metro, you still can't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, you see him do that, but if you go back to the other timelines, like something with chains, that's like Michael's weakness, like handcuffs, he can't break loose.
Yeah.
You know, Loomis throw the chain on him, he can't break loose. It's like something with metal, that's his weakness. But he can lift the car, no problem. That was my problem. Like, that's why I always said Rob Zombie just like I'm gonna do this just to piss everybody off because I don't want to do this film. So let's just do some outlandish stuff.
Yes. Oh my God, it's absolutely crazy. So look, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Daniel won't let that go. Night calls him Hobo Myers, and I agree, he looked like a hobo, but I like that style for him.
Wow.
Yeah, I know there are some people that do. I did a poll. Yeah. And I said I had a poll that said something like, what are your thoughts on Hobo Myers? And we had, it was a decent percentage, I think maybe 30% or so that were down with the hobo.
I didn't like when they ripped the mask off. If they just
it's like, what are you doing to the mask, bro? Yeah. Just take the mask off. You got Tyler who hasn't shaved in 80 years. It's like, bro, come on, man. Come on. Some things. Oh, man. Let me stop. I'm getting. So let's do this, guys. So we've got a list. Let me read off this list, especially for those who sometimes will just listen to us, maybe at work or in their car. We got the Flatliners remake, Child's Play remake, Carrie 2, Skinnamarink, Cloverfield Paradox, It Comes Out at Night, Freddy vs. Jason, They Them, The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Firestarter remake, Scream 5, Halloween Resurrection, The Blair Witch Project, The Psycho remake, and Jason Goes to Hell. Now, what my original idea was, and I know we're starting to go long here, and I want to be respectful of everyone's time. Let's do this because we will revisit this list and do something that I was planning to do tonight. But let's do something a little bit quicker instead. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go through the panel, starting with Sarah and then JT, Coriander, Steven, then myself. And I want you guys to pick the one that ticks you off the most. That is
that would be easy.
That is not your pick. That is not one of your picks.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Coriander, give me some credit, man.
I was like, it'd be our number one. What we just told you.
Hey, this isn't my first.
Good night,
rodeo.
everybody.
Hey, look, this is how you're making me feel, Coriander.
Run. All right, let's try it.
Yeah!
Heavy. There we go. I'm just saying, man. Hey, look, Eric's a fan too. He's like, Hobo Myers makes perfect sense to me. What is Michael going to do? Go to the cleaners and get his coveralls pressed? No, Eric, he's going to look how he looked in Halloween Ends. That's how he's going to look. I'm just saying. Dirty, decrepit.
Dude, he walked across the country. He's going to get a beard and long hair and those dirty ass feet.
The only thing I didn't like is the when they ripped the mask. If they just left the mask, intact, I was fine. I was fine.
I agree. No, I agree. I would have had okay with it if they had kept the mask on. What were you saying, Sarah?
I was just saying, speaking of ends, I specifically didn't add it to my list because I was for sure that somebody else was going to say it, and nobody ever brought it up.
Me too, man.
Me too.
I was thinking somebody was too, man.
Mm-hmm. That could be an honorable mention, because I was let down because I thought it was going to be an epic
for sure
panel.
Knight or JT is going to have it. I'll be fine not adding it, and then nobody brought it up.
Yeah. That was a major disappointment in terms of what expectations were. Wow.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about it, and I don't want to rant too much on it, but they marketed it incorrectly. Number one,
it did.
Yeah. So it set up way wrong expectations.
Yep.
Okay. Next thing is that you don't if Michael had at least one other scene, one other kill scene or whatever, maybe like in the middle or something like that. I think that would have helped. But other than that, and Steven, we talked about this a lot. Don't let Corey take that mask like that, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do that. Don't you dare do that. Because here's the thing, and some people, and I've said this before, and some people think, well, wow, that's the only thing you had an issue with. No, it's not. But and they're like, well, this and that. But here's the thing: Michael's mask has been taken off before. You know, Laurie's done it. We saw Lindsay do it. But they didn't like ramsack him to do it. They struggled, and it was like a last ditch thing. If Corey had done it that way, I would have been fine with that scene. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they were wrestling, and he throws Michael to the ground. You're just a man in a mask, and and it's like, don't do that. Come on, man. You already are showing us a transition of sorts from Michael to Corey, and that's tough enough to swallow. For most fans. So don't just throw Michael in the garbage, thematically like that, and then bring him back at the end, for the final battle.
He grabs him like, oh, I'm just a man in the mask, huh, bitch? Snap.
Right.
That's what Michael was thinking.
Yes. So it's like, I just think that the way they executed those things was just a bit off. Like, what they did, we can debate that and, kind of go back and forth, but it's the way they did those things that I think was really, really, difficult to swallow for most of us. So, yeah, no doubt. Okay. So let's do this, guys. Let's bring this up, and we're going to start from Sarah going all the way up. So Sarah, if you were to pick one of these that you feel as though is the biggest letdown that was not one of your picks, what would you choose?
Halloween Resurrection.
All right. We got Halloween Resurrection. Nice. JT, what about you? If you had to pick one that was not your pick.
Well, I can't say Nightmare on Elm Street because that was my number 2. So I'm not picking that because that was one of my lists. So I'm not going with that because that would be it. I'm going to be fair. So I'm going to say, Skinnamarink, I didn't watch that, so I can't say that. Cloverfield Paradox, I haven't seen that. I'm gonna probably say they them out of all that list. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Coriander, how about you? If you were to pick one of these that you think is your biggest letdown that you did not pick yourself, what would you pick?
Skinnamarink.
All right. Yeah, you were. She was so pissed off, man. I'd never really seen her like that. She's like, we gotta turn this shit off. Oh my god.
It was a good one.
Yeah, right? Steven, how about you? If you were to pick one that was not one of your picks, what would you pick?
Well, I have a feeling if I had seen or attempted to see, as you put it, Skinnamarink, I suspect there's a good chance that would be my pick.
Yeah.
But I haven't. So to keep it in fair with what I've actually seen, there's 2. there's 2. You know one of them. I'm sure you guys know. It's between Resurrection and They Them, to be honest with you. Because I think I'd watch all these movies ahead of those 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick one. I know. So let me go with. Oh, They Them. It's just so bad.
Yeah, it is
so bad. At least with Resurrection, there's like some redeeming parts. There's some kills. There's some
the end credits.
Oh gosh. I rag on Resurrection so bad. So it's like for me not to pick that would be so weird. But They Them is really bad, guys. Okay. This is harder than I thought.
Isn't it?
It shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to vote. I'm gonna vote They Them because it's a pile of dog manure. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
But they both are. Take your pick.
Yeah.
And Danielle saying the Nightmare reboot is the best movie of all of these. It's not the worst. It's not the worst for sure.
I didn't pick it, so that's my second. If I didn't pick it at all, I definitely would pick Nightmare. For me, is it?
Yeah. Well, for me, let me just say this: this list has a lot of great choices, and I agree with all these choices. Now, I chose, one of mine was Skinnamarink, so I can't choose that. But that obviously to me is because I couldn't finish it, right? I couldn't even finish it. So I would definitely choose it if I didn't put it on the list, but I put it on the list. So other than that, I think, and I was really frustrated with They Them as well, like really frustrated, but I'm not going to pick that. I think I got to go with Resurrection, bro.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna explain why. And I know people, and of course, Jason Goes to Hell. I picked that one as well. I probably would pick that one above Resurrection. But let me say one thing about Resurrection that I usually don't talk about, which is what a big letdown about it. Like the movie had some moments, right? We've done watch parties about it. We talked about it. It had moments, okay, and at least Michael was in it. They tried to do something different. I get that, but here's what really messed me up: when Resurrection came out. And it was so lackluster for me. I kind of pulled back for a while on Halloween. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, okay, well, we finally hit the wall. I was on the ride, for a long time as a fan. And I was still a young person, and I kind of just fell off for a while as far as not really watching. A lot of the Halloween films, except for 78 and 2 and 4. So it kind of, I guess what I'm saying is it kind of made me lose some of my love for the franchise. Now, granted, that was the perspective of a younger me. And kind of like what you said earlier, Steven, about Scream, those Wes Craven Scream movies are still fantastic, even though they've made some bad decisions in recent years. So I didn't have that type of maturity back then. And I kind of just took a break. It's not that I hated Halloween, but I just took a break from it. I was like, all right, well, let's check out some other horror. And then, of course, when Rob Zombie's movies came off, I was kind of like, and I was kind of in there. And then Zombie 2 came out. I was like, oh, man, whatever. And that's part of the reason that I always got to bring this back to the trilogy, Steven. And that's exactly why the trilogy means so much to me, because it really brought my love back, bro. The Mask, James, the scenes, the stalking, Carpenter's new music. So, but Resurrection at the time, it really killed a lot of my love for the franchise. So that's the one I'm gonna pick, man. Yeah, it was just a huge letdown.
Yeah, huge. I hate Jason Goes to Hell, but I look at it, if Resurrection and Goes to Hell's on TV and I had to pick one, I'm gonna watch Jason Goes to Hell. Because it did have better kills. It did. I just can't watch Resurrection. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It just
true. Yeah. Hey, look, Eric, what's up, Eric? He's in the chat. He said, Skinnamarink took me months to finish it. Complete waste of an hour and 45 minutes. Nothing happens. There you go.
Oh, wow.
He's all right. Eric, you're all right. Bluck is it. Welcome to Dangertainment. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. Well, look,
Dangertainment happening this month.
That's right. So, look, we've got a really, really cool list here. I'm gonna keep this list. I think we're gonna do something really fun with it. I've got a really, really fun idea, but we're running up against the clock here, and I know Sarah, you're an hour ahead. We kept Sarah up forever last week. She was fading. Not that you seemed like it, but I'm just saying, like, I could just tell, because I was like, man, we were going super long there. So I want to bring this to a close. But first of all, to say for you guys on the panel, of course, as always, thanks so much for being here, and thanks for making this show so much fun. And it's really been great doing this with you guys. And I can't wait until we do something next week. But for you guys in the chat, let us know what you think about these horror letdowns that we put on the list. Let us know, some of yours. We couldn't read everyone's comment in the chat. We did see all of you guys, and we appreciate you guys being here. And once again, by the way, if you have not hit the like button, please do. It helps to support the channel and helps us to continue doing our streams, keeps the lights on and all that good stuff. What's up, the Horror Cat? Good to see you, man. Just another horror fan says Skinnamarink is like watching paint dry or grass grow.
Wow.
There you go.
Dang.
Oh my god, that's horrible. But yeah, for you guys in the chat, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about these. And who knows, man? We might do something extra special with some comments the next time we revisit this list. I'm gonna save it. And Sarah's still working hard, man. She says 49 likes. Let's hit 50.
Oh yeah, come on, guys.
Come on.
Yeah, one more.
Make it happen, guys.
Come on.
And look at Horror Cat. Horror Cat, were you the 50th? You know what's up. You know what's up. And real quick, we got movies for midnight coming into the chat. What's going on, San?
Right.
Hey, Night. Love your channel and the work you do. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Glad you're here. I don't know if you just came in. We're ending up the stream, but definitely check out the replay. We had a good time with this one and some great laughs, as we always do for our Friday night shows, which is becoming a really fun thing, guys. It really is. Friday Family Day, starting with Steven on his channel, Craven Something Scary, and then coming here at night, and JT hanging out with us, of course, Coriander, always, of course, and the queen herself, Miss Sarah. And we absolutely, we have a blast. We really, really do. All right. And, oh man, it says I missed it. Sorry. That's okay. Check out the replay. Check out that replay. It was a lot of fun.
These are so fun. This is like my favorite thing I look forward to at the end of the week, because I know we're just gonna laugh the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's always a blast. Really? It's always fun. Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, thank you. That's so cool. I'm like and I've say this to Steven and Coriander all the time too. I think having people on the panel and having fun, creating some fun memories and stuff. That's one of my most favorite things in doing YouTube, and every once in a while, and you guys obviously know that, every once in a while I'll do some compilations of memories and stuff like that. And to look back at those memories, sometimes it gets me pretty emotional, because I think to myself, with all that goes on in the world, and there's a lot of really tough things going on in all of our lives, to be able to hang out with each other, quote unquote, on YouTube, it's pretty amazing that we can have this type of fun just talking about movies, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying, and I absolutely love it. So again, I'm glad that you're enjoying it, Sarah. We are too. And yeah, man, that really touched me. That was really great. And I'm glad that we're having a lot of fun. I really am. So
yeah, it's blessed, man. Like I'm at work, I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna pick. You start thinking, you don't think about what you're gonna pick. You start thinking what they're gonna pick that I can't pick.
Right? Yeah, I love a good list.
I know, man. These lists have been a lot of fun, man. And they've been interesting, because like these, like I agree with all these choices, but I wouldn't have picked all of these. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool to see what you guys do. So, but yeah, for everyone in the chat, we really appreciate you. Movies for Midnight saying I want to attend more often. Definitely, if you can. We try to keep a schedule. Friday nights we're here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday nights a Slasher Movie Club at 7:30 to 8. We have Tuesday night Battle World right at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Sundays we have our watch parties. We try to do those in the evening around 7. So I try to keep a consistent schedule, and I think hopefully it helps people quite a bit. But yeah, come on in and join. And Ben, thank you so much. We appreciate you. This is a great community. That's really what it is. The best community that I've ever known. And I've been around a lot, so it's a really good one. Okay. Saying I am a new channel. Well, very cool. Looking for a good community to be a part of. This is a good one, man.
Yeah,
and by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our good friends right here on the panel, JT's channel, Sinister Artworks, and our good buddy Steven from Craven Something Scary, we're all part of a huge community, and it's a really positive place, man. And like I said, we have a blast. We truly, truly do. So it's a place to be.
mentioned paint and dry. Right up my alley, buddy.
You need that stuff. Hey, look, hey, Steven, before you got on the panel, he, JT, for his first choice,
Oh, you want me to do it?
Big Trouble in Little China.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh no!
Watch, look at watch my screen. One. We don't get no love, Mr. Patton.
Oh my
Hello,
gosh,
man.
look at that, dude!
But here's the best part. If you could have seen Sarah's face, I might try to clip that one out. She did the biggest eye roll of all time. It was great. It was
I
great.
damn near left.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
like an every week thing. You know, I'm gonna think of
Yeah.
something creative every
I
week.
love it.
That's
I
so
love it.
good, man. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
And Ginger Ninja, again, just coming in and just doing some great work. Thank you so much, brother. He's got Steven's link and JT's link in the chat. We
Thank you,
appreciate
thank
that,
you.
Ginger Ninja. And Movie saying, I love you too, Craven. All right. Very cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very, very cool. And good night to Jennifer. Great to have you here tonight.
Night, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
And we're
Be
glad
safe.
that earthquake, we're glad that earthquake
Yeah.
wasn't, too bad. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, we will catch you guys next time. Take it easy. And as always, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.
Lavender, baby.
Gotcha.
Woo!
Bye, guys. Bye.